Magandang araw po, ako po si Mai and welcome to Tagalog Beyond Basics. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to conjugate verbs in the past tense. These verbs describe actions that are already finished, things you did, experienced, or completed. These verbs are actor-focused verbs, meaning the focus of the sentence is the doer of the action. Here are our objectives for today. Narito ang ating mga layunin sa araw na ito. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain how verbs form the past tense, including how they are placed when it's consonant initial roots or when it's vowel initial roots. You will be able to identify the common verbs used in everyday conversation, and you will also use them in natural sentences, especially when you are narrating past events. Before we start with the formation pattern, I want to emphasize that when we use verbs, they are actor focus, meaning the focus of the sentence is the doer of the action. The formation pattern for verbs in the past tense follow one clear rule. It depends on whether the root begins with a consonant or a vowel. I will give you a clean, structured explanation how you can do it easily. Let's start with the consonant initial roots. For the roots that start with a consonant, for example, kain, the infix is inserted after the first consonant. So our formation pattern will be first consonant plus plus the rest of the root. For example, kain. It becomes kumain. The is inserted after the k, then we copy the rest of the root. So from kain, it becomes kumain. Now for the roots that start with a vowel, the shifts to the front of the word. So our pattern will be plus root. For example, inom becomes uminom. Now here are some common verbs in its past tense form. Kumain, ate. Uminom, drank. Bumagon, got up. Pumunta, went. Umalis, left. Tumawa, laughed. Huminto, stopped. Bumalik, returned. Tumakbo, ran. Lumabas, went out. So the pattern is consistent and predictable. If it starts with a consonant, you place after the first consonant, then copy the rest of the root. On the other hand, if it starts with a vowel, is placed at the beginning plus the root. Now, here are our sample sentences using verbs in past tense forms. Kumain ako ng almusal kanina. I ate breakfast earlier. Uminom siya ng kape bago umalis. He or she drank coffee before leaving. Bumangon ako ng maaga kaninang umaga. I got up early this morning. Pumunta kami sa trabaho kahapon. We went to work yesterday. Umalis siya ng bahay kagabi. He or she left the house last night. Tumawa kami sa biro niya. We laughed at his or her joke. Huminto ako sandali sa kanto. I stopped for a moment at the corner. Bumalik siya sa bahay kagabi. He or she returned home last night. Tumakbo ako sa parke kahapon. I ran at the park yesterday. Lumabas kami para maglakad. We went out to take a walk. Now, you can practice using the formation pattern of the verbs in its past tense form when you are narrating past events like, anong ginawa mo noong Sabado at Linggo? Or, anong ginawa mo kahapon? It's really not that complicated, right? Once you get familiar with the common root verbs, the pattern starts to feel natural. Over time, you'll find that you can form the past tense mentally and automatically when you are narrating past events. The key is consistent exposure and practice. Using these verbs in your daily stories, answering simple questions about what you did, and building confidence one sentence at a time. O sige, kita-kita ulit tayo sa susunod ha. Hanggang sa muli. Paalam, ingat po.